Welcome to the live stream. John, nice to see you. Simon, nice to see you. Guys, if you're watching live, comment live down below. If you're watching the replay, comment replay, just so I know. It's always interesting to see who is on. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the concept of compound growth. Now, in an e-commerce business, this is not something that is spoken about enough, but it is essentially the key ingredient to you growing the brand. And it's not about, like imagine you're a fisherman, you go to a lake and you're just throwing out your net and your fish or your line, whatever it is fishermen do, and you're trying to catch fish. Okay. There's a much differentiating difference between trying to catch the fish and luring them in with some kind of bait. And we get compound growth when we've got good at the bait, when we've given people a reason to come back to us rather than us having to go out and catch them and go and get that new customer. Compound growth happens when you keep people coming back. And that's the key to growing an e-commerce brand. That's a key to a successful brand. That's the key to making a brand work in the long term. And, for whatever reason you're growing your brand, if your strategy overall is to exit that in any way, shape, or form. Businesses are built on recurring revenue. So the amount of money that they retain, the amount of people that come back and buy again and again, that is what values a business. Anybody can go out and buy customers. Now, we want to do that at great profit, obviously. But it's not the way to build a business longer term, to just do that and neglect what we call the back end revenue. We have the 4 stages in our funnel flow framework, which is attract, engage, accelerate, and retain. The attract and engage is what we refer to as the front end of the sales funnel. And then the accelerate and retain is what we would refer to as the back end. And we want to be in a position where we have at least 30%, and this figure varies massively from brand to brand, but we want 30% of people as a rough target coming back and buying from us again. Because when we do that, we achieve compound growth. We're just going to do a few calculations to kind of demonstrate what happens here. And this will be a fairly short explanation. I'll be writing this down as we go along. Imagine your business is marketing and we're looking from 1 month to another. So let's write down here and we'll look over a 12-month period. So in month 1, we are spending money on advertising, right? And we seen some return on that, but not as strong as the return that we would expect to see down here in month 12. And that's the important thing to remember. That's the important thing, is to look at the big picture, to not just think about what is happening now, but think about how these people that you attract here in month 1, when will they come back? And every brand, every business has a different cycle. There's going to be a different point at which people come back. If you're selling a commodity product that people need regularly, you might have them coming back in month 2 or 3, let's say month 3 there. All right. Other brands, it might be that they come back in month 6. But the point is, by month 6, you're doing 2 things. You're both bringing new people in. So these are our new customers. And you're also bringing in existing. So let's imagine that in month 1, we have 50 customers. And then in month 2, these are the total amount of customers that we manage to gain each month. So we're gaining 50 in month 1. And we'll say we gain another 50 in month 2. And we'll gain another 50 in month 3. Now, for this example, let's imagine they come back in month 4, which means the cycle is that they're going to come back in month 8 and month 12. So they're on a 4-month buying cycle roughly. And it takes time to get to this figured out, to get to this point. Now, let's say to be conservative, we get 25% of people coming back. So what we know is that these people that bought in month 1 from us, we know that a quarter of those are likely to come back in month 4, which is 12 people. Now, if we've still been acquiring 50 customers, our total number of customers there becomes 62 in month 4. Now, let's say we increase that. We get to the point where we've got a bit more advertising spend. We're acquiring 100 customers a month. In fact, let's do it for easy calculation where we're acquiring 100 in month 4. So we're going to have 112 there. What that means that in month 8, because they're on a 4-month return cycle, of these 100 new customers here in month 4, in month 8, we know we're getting 25% of them back, which is going to be 25 people there. But we've also got these 12 plus another 12. So that gives us 37 returning customers in month 8. Plus, we're still acquiring 100. So we get to this point here and we've got 137. Now, by the time we get to month 12, let's say for argument's sake, we're still acquiring 100 customers per month. We've got our 12 from there coming back up here. We've got 25 from there coming back. And we've got out of these another 25. So you can see how things are starting to add up. That gives us an extra 62. So we've got 162 customers making a purchase at this point. Now, imagine if in month 10, we throw into the mix a new product launch. Okay, so we've got all excited, the brand is growing, we're throwing in a new product launch in month 10. What we've acquired here is, between all of these, 2, 3, 4, 5, we've acquired 650 new customers by month 8. So that's 650 people who we can tell about our new products. Now, assuming they've had a good experience, assuming that, let's say 25% again of these people buy, we're then talking 160 roughly. So what we're able to do by this point is generate a new product launch and sell to 160 people potentially without any advertising spend, because these people, these customers, they are the assets that you control. And business and marketing is all about having assets that you control. Facebook ads, you're not in control of it. You're paying for traffic. You're paying for somebody to bring an audience to you, which is fine. It's the best way to grow. You need 2 things in e-commerce to get to $1 million per year. You need ads and email. That is what it boils down to. So in our framework, we have Google ads, we have Facebook ads to get people in the front. We have mechanics to get the average order value up. And then we have email and a little bit of SMS to sell on the back end. But we've got that flow, that framework, that system. Your business is never going to be successful if you're just constantly chasing new people with ads. You must see the long-term picture. Sit down and have a look over a 12-month period at what your growth can look like. And if you're really keen and you're still watching by this point, and if you are, brilliant, please pop down below the word live or replay so I know when you're watching. I've got a calculator, a spreadsheet, which breaks this down, and you can type in your own numbers and it will help you predict. And that is what we want. We want predictable growth in our e-commerce business, not wondering from 1 month to the next how many people of our Instagram audience are going to convert. We need predictable systems and predictable growth in place. So I hope that's helped you all. I'll be back later on in the week with another training video. If you've got any questions, pop it again down below in the comments. I'll always respond to those. So have a great week, folks. Keep going. We're preparing now. We're getting towards the stage where businesses that are succeeding now are growing for Q4. You know, and that's a whole new topic to go into. But Black Friday, guess what people buy from? People they already know. Your customers on Black Friday that are going crazy spending money with you, they already know you. So now's the time to bring them in so that when it comes to that season, you've got this demand on tap and it's just going to fire up your business. All right. So have a great week, everybody.